Another tough day on Wall Street yesterday. This is the story of the market over the past few weeks. All three major indexes have plunged as President Trump continues to press his trade war. Among other things, the president is now threatening a 200% tariff on alcohol from Europe. Ed O'Keefe is at the White House for us. Ed, good morning.
Tony, good morning. President Trump continues to insist Americans are going to benefit from this back and forth on tariffs, even as the S&P 500 fell Thursday to its first correction since 2023, and the president upped the stakes and threatened more tariffs on the European Union.
No, I'm not going to bend at all. Aluminum or steel or cars. We're not going to bend.
President Trump says he's not backing down from the tariffs he's imposed on major trading partners, including Canada, Mexico, and the European Union. And he downplayed the recent volatility in the markets.
There'll be a little disruption, but it won't be very long. But they need us. We really don't need them.
Canada filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization over the 25% tariffs Trump set on all Canadian steel and aluminum imports, while Canadian Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc and Ontario Premier Doug Ford met with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick in Washington. Ford called the meeting productive, but the tariffs are still on. What have you learned about negotiating with Americans and this administration over the last 10 days or so?
They're very bright individuals, bright business people and shrewd negotiators, but they're doing what I'm doing. I want to protect our country, our province. They want to protect their country as well.
The president is also escalating the tariff tit-for-tat with the European Union. He's now promising a 200% retaliatory tariff on alcohol from the EU if it doesn't remove one on American whiskey.
We would lose everything.
Couple McLean Turner and Joseph Wallach put their life savings into opening a wine and champagne shop in Washington, D.C. 90% of their business is European wines, and they say the American wines alone aren't enough to keep them afloat.
I think it's going to be catastrophic, not just for our little shop, but it's going to be restaurants, it could even be grocery stores. It's really going to ripple through everyone's fabric of life.
The owners of District Champagne told us that they want to have more American wines in their store, but there aren't enough at the right price point to meet customer demand, Tony.
Ed, before you go, we've got two major rulings on the Trump administration's effort to cut federal workers. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, so late last night, a federal judge in Maryland ordered the Trump administration to temporarily reinstate thousands of probationary federal employees who were recently fired. That ruling came after a federal judge out in San Francisco issued a similar decision. Both ruled that the government cover that the employees were fired for performance was untrue. And at the end of the hearing in California,